fittings and all that, and they had to replace the drum, the brake drum on my car, because drums are fuck all annoying. They should
And
burn
now, thanks to
to
that
this
spirit,
stand.
you have just got me demonetized because I just unmuted everything and everybody could
You are
hear that.
very welcome. You're
Because
welcome.
YouTube usually says we listen within like the first few minutes, and if we hear swearing, then ooh, naughty naughty. That's going to have to be demonetized, I'm afraid. It's like, what do you care, YouTube? You're not trying to appeal to kids anymore.
Well, you could tell us that we begin this live streaming now, so we could
Yeah, but I was
talk
waiting
about
for
something
Spirit to
else.
finish, but he wasn't. And I was just like, I gotta start this
Oh,
at some point. I can't sit here forever.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, that's why you do this. Hey, shut. We beginning now.
I didn't
No,
want to be rude. That's rude.
I'll keep talking.
Well, is the rule that we accidentally make sure you will not get money of this?
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I mean, ad revenue wise, I rarely get anything off of this anyway because not enough people show up to actually watch it. So
But beside that, welcome, chat. To
yes,
this,
hello everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it happens to be for you, because time zones exist.
Yep.
Florian, if you finish that next sentence with another word beginning with F, I'm gonna send Howie over to break your spine.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He had enough. Yes, enough about that. He does it brief frankly.
Yeah,
You
but the
know.
thing is, I see that word and I immediately think of that other thing that begins with friendly, and I immediately think,
Dude.
Wow. Just bad friendly all in
Do
general.
not begin to cast gasoline on the fire already.
I'm sorry, it's early morning, I didn't sleep very well last night, and I'm grumpy as it is.
He's a grumpy wolf.
Mm.
He's a grumpy wolf. He's a grump.
Stop saying the same word again
I'm
and again,
sorry,
dude.
alright?
Eh,
No,
fine,
dude. It's not
jerk.
your fault. It's not your fault, dude.
It is, it's my fault for being grumpy.
It's not. Shush. Shush it.
Do you want me to come over to you, make a hot coffee, and put you in bed? And maybe give you a cookie or two?
He doesn't drink coffee
Well, I
though.
don't drink coffee anyway.
I said, okay, I said coffee. I make cocoa. But whatever.
And hello everybody that's just joined, I'm one of those lazy people that doesn't read everybody's names, but just so that you know, everybody that's just said hi, I acknowledge your existence. Senpai has noticed you, you can feel special now. And now stop sitting here fiddling with the D20s.
Roll a d20, noob. See what you get.
And considering these are countdown dice, so they don't technically count. But, okay. Roll both of them, and I get 17.
There you go.
Yeah, I had another bad experience with Magic the Gathering last night. I think I'm gonna ban myself from playing that for a good few weeks.
What now?
I got angry at somebody because they were trying to basically kind of sort of semi-bullshit the rules a little. Like
Oh,
going, oh,
those
certain things
people.
have hit the field before I get a chance to counter them. I was just like, no, I have a chance to counter it before it hits the field, therefore your argument is invalid. And he kept refusing to acknowledge it, and I got angry with him. But in my defense, he was bullshitting the rules a little.
Just a quick slap of the face and then shut your mouth. Playing this, stop cheating, you dick. That's why I don't care for card games.
Well,
It's really nice.
it's the fact that the last two situations this last month have resulted in me getting annoyed or angry at the game. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna stop playing. I'm gonna keep buying the cards and keep making decks, but I'm just not going to play the game. Not until I can improve my mood.
Okay, dude, we will wait for you to get back.
Time to get some Sinatica, some board.
By the way, if you keep say 666 all the time, I will just actually stop call my number all the time.
What is
I also want in the chat keep write 666. Yeah, I know what it sound like, but I have a different way to say it.
Yeah,
Say
so
that
see
number.
you later, Florian, and don't worry, I'm just being nitpicky and grumpy this morning, so...
He's a crumple wolf.
Stop saying grumpy to him all the time.
Eh.
I am being grumpy.
Yeah, but it will not help you mood if someone keeps saying the same. Say your mood. Say the same thing to you again and again. Anywho.
Yeah, but saying the opposite doesn't help either. Play a calm game, Subnautica. So how was the Cine Noob?
Still can't work out why OBS keeps dropping and lagging frames every time I try using it.
I don't know. Maestro says it's something with something. I don't know.
I mean, I've limited the frame usage, I turned graphic settings down, but every time I tried running it, it just didn't want to work. And trying to run it in borderless windowed mode is like impossible, because then it's just like, oh great, I've now just got this large blank area around the screen where I can't actually move it.
I forgot, doesn't the game run like shit when it's a borderless window?
No, it's while I was trying to like screen cap. It's like when I try and do desktop capture
screen
or display capture.
Yeah. I honestly have no idea, because Bungie's weird.
what is up, everybody? Everybody.
And for anybody who's curious on what I'm doing for this animation, it's another filler one, unfortunately, because I'm not going to be able to get that other one finished before the end of the week. And generally speaking, I'm doing a DSP parody, except instead of it being Darksidefield, it's Dank Snake Paul.
Team Snake Paul.
No idea who it is.
Well, Dank Snake Paul is something I invented, because it is meant to be a parody of Darkside Phil.
Okay. Who is Darkside Phil?
We were talking about him the other week,
Noob
weren't we?
Talks about him enough. I think we did, Thursday, I believe we did.
Yeah, because we were sitting there talking about how he's going bankrupt and whether or not he'd get his house repossessed. I know what you're trying. I think I know what you're trying to do, Ario. Just like, oh, who is this guy? I don't know who he is. I'm totally trying not to pretend that I don't know who he is, so that he doesn't get any attention.
No, I only did this so if people in the chat who've asked the question do not ask the question.
All right.
You know.
You should have like a simple Q&A that answers simple question description.
We already
No.
we are already try to do that.
People
do not read.
People don't
do not
read descriptions anymore.
Yeah, but
Spirit.
it's there. I mean, one of my favorite art chambers So you asked this question. All it's in the description. How about you go have a look? Because I'm not gonna answer it 1,000 goddamn times.
Hang on, I just realised I've just done that all wrong.
Up everybody.
Ba-da-da-ba.
Dang.
Have some
Easy.
Dang.
I think that was silver. Was it silver? No, it's copper. Sweet.
Well, well, well. The
Oh,
mighty dragon from the deepest cave has finally woken up.
Peekaboo.
Oh, there he is! Sits there and stares at the stream. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? No, it would have done it by now if it was gonna do it.
sure. Unsubscribe and resubscribe.
That's not gonna work, dude. You have to be unsubscribed
Oh,
for
there
over
now.
8 days time before they do that stuff.
No, I've never done it. I do have salt. Oh yeah, new coil.
Otherwise, you could just spam they all the time, and people will get annoyed to hear.
What is up, everybody? Dang Snake Paul.
What are the cute dragon doing? Or had done lately?
I've been leveling up and experimenting with Baruch, and it's going well.
That's not what I need.
I mean, I got used to and got a good build for Grendel, and dear God, he's so much fun to play around as. Not very efficient, but definitely pretty fun. I mean, I make people laugh every time when I eat up a bunch of people. That's what Grendel does. And then just throw myself as a wrecking ball and just roll past someone. And I hear someone on mic say, Jesus fucking Christ, I know that's a thing Grendel could do, but I was not ready for that. And then the next time when I was catching up with some people and there was a group of enemies, I saw that they were struggling to kill them. I ate a bunch of people outside, and then I came sprinting towards, and I shouted it on mic, I came in like a wrecking ball!
I'm surprised nobody has made that joke yet. Or if they have, then why is it not made more often?
They just see a bunch of ragdolls fly, and it's surprisingly satisfying.
Maybe explain what game it is. So the
Warframe.
chat is not
Wow.
Yeah,
He's talking
Warframe.
about Warframe.
Yeah.
Grendel, the
Space Needles.
gluttony and sumo frame.
Chunky boy, basically.
Up everybody, Dang Snake Paul
Yeah, but I'm
here.
not using memes.
Well,
Because
I
of
am,
the-
so screw you.
I'd rather not, unless it became something else.
Paul here.
Also-
Paul
My God.
here.
I was such an idiot. I was so distracted last group I was with that when we were going Kuva Lich hunting, I was so distracted by the conversation now and then that finally when I decided to check my requiems, I realized, oh,
Oh.
have a look. Look.
You haven't. You
I
didn't.
was.
You didn't change them
Yeah.
around.
Oh, I just kept going and going, not making any progress. And to add insult to injury, the last time I used it on him, I then learned a Requiem. And then, fine, I'll swap this Foss out for something else. New Requiem discovered. Foss. God damn it! So Foss is one of his Requiems, but it's not in that order. And I'm in another situation where both of the Requiems I've discovered are not his first Requiem. So, yeah.
Right now, where is?
Oh, by the way, when do you plan on posting the VR chat one? Because I admittedly jumped out of my bed as soon as I finally gained my senses and was like, "Has he posted it? Has he posted it?" I felt like Paul.
Not this coming Saturday. Yeah, not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after, because I plan on releasing videos in sort of like the blank week when I'm not uploading the Source Filmmaker stuff.
Okay.
So
Dang Snake Paul here. Here.
okay, that was supposed to be where it was. That, on the other hand, was supposed to have still been that.
Oh,
no,
this
hang
one.
on,
Yeah.
that.
That's.
Getting how the play heading on this is incredibly different than the motion editor.
What is up, everybody? Dang Snake Paul here.
And yeah, just so that Matt knows, I'm doing my own sort of furry parody of Dark Side Phil called Dank Snake Paul.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. It's just that I was trying to come up with an idea for something. I was just like, you know what? I want to do another sort of DSP related thing, but I don't really want to go and have to sort of traipse through a load of actual DSP audio to try and find it.
Why does it have to be a snake though? Couldn't you have just used a hippo?
Do you know of
There
any
is a hippo model.
No, I just wanted to use these furry models because I'm familiar with them. Also, I was kind of debating on with regards to his eyes. Do I pull his eyes out slightly so that they look a bit derpier, or do I just leave them where he is? Because I want this guy to be as like derped as possible.
I have no idea.
Because hang on, where is it? No, that's his. Oh yeah, if I was going to do that, I'd have to do it in the motion editor. So if I just pull his eyes out, doesn't mean I can't really use his eyelids, unfortunately, because
So saying it. As you say, pull his eye out. I feel a bit.
oh, sorry,
I'm not saying that.
yeah. For those of that don't know, Era only has one eye. Like legitimately, he only has one eye.
Yeah.
Wait, IRL?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought that was just your character.
No, he has an eye missing.
No, my character is. I make my character after how I look like.
I'm so sorry, I didn't know that. Oh my God.
That's
Why
alright.
are you laughing at my misfortune of not knowing my friend?
Because they happened so many years ago.
Poor Matt.
Poor Matt.
Poor
We
Matt.
so you're talking about I would have one eye. You said poor Matt.
Alright, you know, you said you're fine with it. I'm saying poor Matt. Can't get mad at me.
I'm sorry.
There.
But yeah, they happened so long time ago. They're not.
God damn it, Baruch is fucking strong.
And it's not the normal stuff I talking about.
Yeah,
how
what?
my body part or stuff like that. There's no stuff I'm normally talking about.
Body parts.
That dangly bit. Dangly bits. Fucking voice crack.
But
Son of a...
I can't talk either.
And apparently I can't select fingers in the correct order so I can pose them correctly. Mm-hmm.
Quantum detonation.
Oh, hey, Thomas. Yeah, things are going okay, I guess. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I always perk up a little bit or go like, huh? I always go a little alert every time when I hear that name because that's the name of one of my brothers.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
wait for a second. Wait, my brother watches your stream.
I mean, there is actually really normal name nowadays.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe your brother actually did watch this stream. Who knows? The world is not as big as we all walk around and think it is.
It's a small world after
No!
No!
Anything but that.
I still do not understand the joke about that.
It's
Because
just a
if you've been
horrible
on
bad
the
song.
ride, it is literally that is the whole song is yeah, it's a small, and then it just loops back around on itself constantly, and you've got to sit in that ride for like 10 minutes listening to that same song over and over and over again.
And again, so
Okay.
that even Disney knows it and they mock it. That's why back in The Lion King, for example, is the where it's most exaggerated here and there.
Interesting. I never knew that. I always questioned what the fuck are they saying that song all the time? The song now in the different movies. So they does So they also one of these songs that will not stop and you would be ignored after
Yeah,
some time.
you'd go crazy listening to it.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not the song that never ends.
Oh,
That
we
one's
actually have
worse.
we have a version or we actually do that.
Speaking of bad songs or some as being references of bad things, have any of you ever seen this parody music video mock-up called "Repeat Stuff"?
No.
Stuff.
It's hilarious. It just basically makes fun of well, music and music videos to today's, especially ones along the lines of, I say, ones like Justin Bieber or love songs in general. You know, the ones that people are kind of tired of hearing at this point, and wonder why they're so popular. But again, the song mocks and shows and makes fun of how they become relevant
What is up, everybody?
and how it's
Dead
catchy
Snake Paul
and
here.
why it is.
Today I will be
and
playing
again,
the
it says it in
newest
the lyrics while
game.
at the same time doing it in the ways that they do. Like repeat stuff, when that one comes on, it's the one that's most repeated, and how it becomes catchy. I even found myself saying repeat stuff. Again,
Repeat stuff.
further proving its point. Repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff, repeat stuff. And how I hope again I can't remember most of the lyrics. It's so fast and a lot of them are there, but I gotta just show you the song later on. I'll link it for now, so some of you can view it. Just trying to get into a position where I can't get killed. All right. repeat
Ah.
stuff.
I can unmute myself a bit.
Found it. Repeat stuff.
One thing I've always noticed with regards to me animating is that when I tend to move the characters' heads around, I always just move their heads. I never rotate their necks. And something in the back of my mind just went, you don't just move your head, you also move your neck. So now I'm starting to trying to get into the habit of every time I move a character's head, I've always got to move their necks as well.
And remember, whenever you're thinking, how would someone move their head and neck to a certain reaction, just do the reaction yourself instinctively and see how it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, for example, when I tilt my head, do I just tilt my head or do I do something else? Like, I tilt my head to the right, but I move my neck to the left.
Just released this week.
But anyway, I linked the song.
Link.
Ship.
Dinner.
Dinner.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Iron kit. Savar.
New animation, what am I up to? Making my own DSP parody. Because at least then DSP can't turn around and go, oh my god, like, this guy, he's stealing my content?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, listen. Metal Gear Awesome, sorry.
No, that Darkside Phil's okays are not that cool.
I know, but it's the way you said it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I would get. Or no, match.
You know, speaking of which, I started going back and watching some of Das Boshit's old videos again recently.
I've been watching some old stuff here and there too. What'd you find?
Well, I was mostly just going back and watching some of like the really early Gmod Idiot Box episodes. And of course all the YouTube Avenue ones as well, which is Das Boshit taking the piss out of Let's Players, YouTubers, and of course Darkside Phil too.
And remember when they tried to bring the new type of machinima thing? I don't think it's picked up or anything because I haven't heard it ever since. But remember when they tried to start an actual true machinima series channel thing?
Yeah, I did look into that, and I think I think I signed up for it as well, but it never really
Gorilla
went.
Gong. Yeah, I tried to get you to sign up to it. Gorilla Gong, it's called.
Playing the newest game. Today. Night Spirits 3. Just before we begin, I just want to remind everybody to tip me, okay? Because I need to pay my bills and my tax guy so he can do my taxes. And I also need to raise a large sum of money so I can also pay my taxes. I'm gonna need about 16K, okay? This game is so easy. Night game released this week.
Hello again.
Hey.
Hmm.
Others have something to write because something is not working on a game. It piss me off, but what can you do?
Night spirits.
Mm. And a great big oi to you too, Grizzle Gamer.
Oi, Mike.
Oi.
What's up, boy?
Oi, 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 oi. That's you. That's what you said. Oi.
Don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on. That's you. That's what you sound like.
The one I always keep thinking of is Stewie when he's talking to that guy, kid at the was like, "Good luck, Stewie. Good luck, Stewie." That's you. That's what you sound
That's
like.
what you sound like. You're mine, Brad. Damn.
Ew, a band-aid.
Well, let's see this.
That was my first Family Guy I actually saw properly.
No, I didn't want to move the work camera. I wanted to move the model. Because that's what animation is all about. It's all about moving stuff.
I like to move it, move it.
Released this week. Night Spirits 3.
No, Vishka. Let me save you.
Let me come up and touch you.
Slap. You take head.
You put on pillow and then slap. Oh wait, hang on, I was miscounting.
Kabloomy.
What the hell were you on about?
Kabloomy.
What would that happen to be?
Been Subnautica and the ship do up. Ship go boom.
I still need to craft Harrow. And Octavia.
Octavia's best.
Oh, hey, newbie. Have you got Octavia?
Yeah, I had to get Spirit's help with that.
Octavia's
I think
best.
I either got Spirit's or Maestro's help with that one.
It took us
Okay, I have to ask, what was
forever.
your first song that you made?
I still have the default one because I am terrible when it comes to musical compositions.
Wait, on what?
It's 3.
It took us forever to get Octavia because no one was doing it. Oh, especially you have to survive to wave 20. Was it wave 20? To get even the drop for her
Mm-hmm.
part?
No, it's not that you have to wait until wave 20. It's that you've got all the blueprints and stuff. It's just you have to wait until... Well, you have to do that one specific thing to get... One specific mission to get that, the Soma cord or whatever it is. And you have to do,
Oh, that.
moon
jumpy?
missions.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was. Oh, yeah, it was the moon.
Looking about then. In a train in a fast food restaurant. What? I don't understand what you're talking about, Thomas.
I'm going to process.
You talk about the that one spa substrate thing or
Well, dude, remember, we had to survive the win 20 on the moon. Was it not? Yeah, it was the moon.
Surviving until wave 20 is not that difficult.
That was before we had everything. Our goods here.
well. Another
Hello
human.
there.
Hello.
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 You sound tired, boy.
Hello.
Somebody was probably up playing Final Fantasy XIV until early this morning, weren't they?
No, actually not. I actually went to bed at like 12.
Shortly after finishing playing Final Fantasy XIV, I'm guessing.
No, I actually didn't play at all yesterday.
Really? Could have sworn I saw you
What is
playing
this
it.
heresy? It's a spy!
I didn't feel like playing the game after, or playing anything after playing League with a spiking ping. Ugh,
Oh
words.
yeah, that was it. You were playing League yesterday, my bad.
Basically, my ping has been spiking and nothing can actually help it. So me and my brother are going out later today to actually go get an upgraded router, which should probably help.
Just before
So
we
that's something
begin,
I'm excited for.
I What is up, everybody? Dang Snake Paul here.
Save.
Today,
Is Infinity still down?
No, still working. Unless it's been hit by another DDoS attack. No,
Okay.
still working, even for me.
Last time I checked, it was
I'm-
on.
Sitting here looking at porn right now.
I am
Uh,
a man of culture.
Yep.
you look at porn and with me?
What?
today I will be playing the newest game just released this week, Night Spirits 3. Just before we begin, I
Battery for my sweet mouth.
just before we begin,
It's over.
Sorry, Mayor X, I can't understand what you're saying.
Well, he's by
I
don't know what the rule.
Where's my silver?
The Belny. Wow, serious, dude.
What did he say?
Also, what do you say?
Is that's the
Just say that loud there.
he say implicit stream. Yeah,
Who the
no.
fuck cares? Who the fuck
I
cares with
just,
some random things?
Because you still have to roll nice on the stream no matter what.
Just kicking it. Just get a little boot. I got some gold.
How do you feel if someone says some bad shit to you?
Give him a boot. Boot the ass. Boot
Boot
the
to
head.
that.
Give them a boot to the head. Boot
Boot
to the
to-
head.
Boot to that.
Boot the head.
Suck it out, dude.
Boot to that.
Don't I need to say I'm going out? A little bit.
I just.
Oh. I see.
Oh, my inventory's full. Oops.
Nice.
No. It is not.
Make sure Cypress is actually chosen for the emote. Because apparently now we have an emote.
Do we?
Yes.
We
Yes,
do.
we do.
Is it gonna be about Fall, or is it gonna be about Keem, or is it gonna be about Sylvanas?
It's the key icon. The one
It
that
is?
it's the one that's used whenever someone follows. So now if people are subscribed to a stream, they
Before
can
we
spam it.
begin, I just want to
Yeah.
I have a keen eye for this. Oh, sorry. Who was it that was who kept getting really annoyed by that sound?
I think it was Fearless.
Oh yeah.
Hello,
Hates that
Kage.
so much.
Oh, hey, Akage.
Hey,
Oh,
dude.
okay.
And hi, Wolves as well.
Why does Fearless hate beeping so much?
Well, because someone in the chat do not like, in our group do not like to hear that.
I also just realized your last donation from Howie was the number of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Kake ask, God, you guys doing? How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing fine.
I is okay.
Yeah, we do good, boy.
I need some lead.
Doing pretty decent. Pretty
Need.
decent.
No, I don't want to be an owl. Sorry.
What is up, everybody?
Well,
Dang
too late,
Snake
you're gonna be an
Paul
owl.
here.
Why
Today
wouldn't
I
you
will be
wanna be an
playing
owl?
the newest game just released this week.
Yeah, what was
Night
that?
Spirits 3.
I gotta go find the thing that's.
Just before we begin,
everyone's
I just want to remind
It'd be dark.
It was a little. It was a little thing involving a little cobalt.
Who turned out the lights?
I think I've shared this already, but I'm gonna post it again anyway because it's too fucking adorable.
Do I have that?
A little pony cosplaying as a graboid.
Yeah, I think you showed that last time. or I've seen it
Yeah.
somewhere.
First I've seen that. It's actually very good.
Yeah, I think you saw that. Shared that. How do you get a computer, chat? I need typical gold and copper wire. Get copper wire. Typical sample, need 2 of those.
This isn't it, but I'm posting it here anyway. This is the same character being used.
Duh.
I just want.
Aww.
Found it!
It's cute.
Kaiser. Smile. Show me your smile. Smile. Oh, so handsome.
Aww.
Here it is.
Hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you today? Hello, how are you today? No, I don't be owl.
I need a wire. I need
What?
silver.
It's cute.
No, I don't want to be owl.
On the mission for silver.
That's cute.
Want to remind everybody to
Look like
remind everybody to
look like Fearless actually actually tried to do not want to join us.
I think I've already shared this one, but King Ghidorah trying to
Is
I
this
don't know,
lewd?
make the moves on Mothra? No, it's a musical
Of course
sketchy
it's
thing.
lewd.
Oh, if it's musical,
Yeah.
then I must not. I must resist pushing button.
I don't know where it's from.
Can't risk it. If it was on, if I was doing this on Twitch, I would probably be able to do that. I'd probably be able to get away with it, but not YouTube.
Oh,
I'm afraid.
You would definitely be able to get away with it.
Does anybody here know where it's from, so we at least know who probably owns it?
No.
Might
Nope.
be fan made. Is it from that hotel thing or whatever it is? Not hotel thing.
No, that is not from there. I hear
It
the
sounds like
sound
something
a
that
bit.
would be great.
I hear the sound like a year ago, so
to
like that, or some part of that.
remind everybody to tip me.
For what, man?
You should stick around and kill him. What? Nothing.
Oh, by the way, Noob,
Mhm.
I have grand news. I have a Bahamut meter now.
What is a Bahama meter?
Basically, I think that means he has the ability to summon stuff.
Not yet. What it basically means is that I have a little dragon in my corner now. Which is basically a timer whenever I use the Dreadworm stance. Also, currently I like my outfit. But I still question why this game is insistent on giving me this stupid ass hat.
Wait. Quick question, newbie. Aren't you able to mute the broadcast stream thing?
Oh yeah, hold on one moment.
Yeah. Because the thing only goes for. Hang on, how long? It only goes for 11 seconds.
Okay. That ear rape bit at the end.
Yeah. So it took me a while to get some of the sketches, but yeah, one of the heads just basically went, "And kill him!" And then in the nothing part, he smacks that head with his wing.
Want to remind everybody to tip me.
He's a red panda.
So yeah, I thought it was just a random dragon and some sort of bug, but then I realized when I looked at the background, I was like, "Oh wait, these are the kaijus. It's King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Godzilla."
Me.
Also, hopefully this stream doesn't actually look too, or the screenshot doesn't look too bad. But look at this edgelord over here. Look at this man.
What is a man?
Man, of miserable secrets. It's secrets.
Gamer.
No, legitimately, this man.
Die, monster. Fuck.
This man's probably one of the edgiest characters I've actually met. And this is coming from me.
Oh, speaking of that whole thing, new Nickelodeon Netflix series just came out recently. This scene, take 3 guesses on what they're making a reference to.
I've seen it. It's glorious. Oh yeah, I also found out something absolutely beautiful about the class that I chose to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So by playing Arcanist, you're also leveling Scholar on the side. Since it's the same class basically. Like you start playing as a DPS, and then you can choose to either play as a healer or DPS.
I just watched the clip. What's that from?
It's a new Netflix series that just came out called Glitch Techs.
Okay, I never bothered to ask this. I probably should know. I mean, it probably says it itself. But what makes a Netflix series a Netflix series? It's like, is it exclusive?
It's exclusive to Netflix, as in you can only watch it there. It will never be anywhere else.
The same with Prime only videos or series.
That sounds terrible.
No,
It's the
because-
only.
Is it actually working for it though?
Yeah. Stranger Things is a Netflix only series.
BoJack Horseman is a Netflix series.
So's a Gretzko.
Like, the thing is, it sounds horrible, yes, and it's annoying, yes, but it's marketing.
Somehow.
Like, it's their way of saying, how do we make our platform more special than the 10 other copies out there?
Hit me.
It's a good boy. I'm a good boy.
Jeez, you barely join and you're
Well,
already
that's
on
my
that.
ears.
Sorry, I was in VR chat yesterday, and well, yeah, he was there. Lol.
I'm here to proclaim that duty has commenced. Or commenced. Duty has been commenced.
There were these two Koreans that were speaking their own language until I showed up, and they were a little skeptic because they've had bad experiences with furries being so cringy. And I don't see how I was the exception, considering I was, I was being this here and there. But apparently to them, I was actually being genuinely nice. But when Fearless showed up, I knew it was going to happen. I couldn't resist. He was his Dutchie, so I hugged him, caressed his cheeks, and said, "He's a good boy." He burst out with the "I'm a good boy," and then they were like,
Okay. Cause
It seemed the only question they were asking me in regards to what I was doing was, "Doesn't that hurt my voice?" and
Hi.
near the end they ask, can you say something normally? I'm just curious now. And when I did and said, oh, well, like what? And they were like, what the fuck?
Nah. Oh, it's the big bad dragon.
What?
Big bad dragon.
Bad dragon.
No.
Well, excuse me. Just
Quick,
because
do
I'm
the
here.
soul bonding.
Nah, no.
I haven't watched that yet.
You don't want to do
I
the soul.
still
don't want-
love that one fan art of Duke the Bad Dragon in that style with the caption, I
Yes.
feel called out.
Yes. Oh, it's great.
Ow.
It's amazing.
Okay.
But no, these are dragons you don't want to soul bond with.
But I'm curious, is it a direct fun poke and jab at Bad Dragon, or specifically the scaly side of the furry community?
I think it's just meant
I'm
to be the whole ridiculousness of just
Ridiculous.
ridiculous things of just fantasy dragons and that.
I'm gonna say both.
It's
It had to be
definitely-
Bad Dragon, this especially because I mean, one guy has a staff at the top of it. It looks directly ripped off of one of the toys. I like how halfway through it, Rick then just says, "Oh God, just now noticing the staff."
Hey, Shady, don't stand in the orange thing.
I'm not standing in the orange thing. Fuck off.
Hey, Vegeta, don't drop the soap.
My favorite thing is probably still what a friend of mine said what Bad Dragon is, and I will to this day always call it that from now on.
What?
Bad Dragon is basically the Gucci of the dildo industry.
Yup.
Lol.
And you know it to be true.
Also, I am hilarious, and you will quote
shit.
everything I say.
No, no,
This is
You know
Vegeta.
why?
Blah.
Because I'm a monkey.
Oh no, I'm no longer a monkey.
Oh no! The kid's a monkey! Destructo disc!
And we'll never see him again. They'll see me next episode. And I'm a ghost.
And I'm a ghost.
Or am I?
I still love the. Are we there yet? No. 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 Are we there yet? Yes.
Yeah!
Yay!
Oh. God damn it. This
Oh,
fucking...
look at him. He's so tiny. I remember when you were this small. Man, I could punch you so far. You mean could've.
This fucking duty is low level. I can't use my Bahamut stance. Man. Baby rage.
So as soon as I hopped in this chat, I wanted to stay silent until one of you noticed me, and I wanted to do this like character's noise, which is out of Blockhead, which he does this noise, and I just wanted one of you to notice me, and then I'll just go.
Ma'am.
That is a creepy
Okay.
boy.
He's a good boy, Dragon. You came out with that one, so I couldn't resist. I just say it.
That right there is a noodle boy.
I'm a good boy.
That is a new dad.
Also, I love the fact, I don't remember his name, but apparently someone on Zacharias' Discord just joined, made a few references to like Final Fantasy and D&D, and it's just like, I ask him, so, like, I take it you like Final Fantasy, like, which ones do you mean, he asks, and I'm like, what about 14? You and I are now friends. I'm just like, okay. That was easy.
That was
Orange.
easy.
That was easy.
Orange figs! Ah! I swear to God.
I swear to God. Hey God! What? Fuck you! Oh, that was mean.
No.
No, I'm just
I swear to
struggling.
God. Really? How does he take it? He's kind of on the nose about it.
Like, the thing is, I chose to play a caster, so I did this to myself. But fuck squares and circles.
You did this to yourself.
You only have yourself to blame.
Ow.
Okay.
Punch yourself in the face. You're the only one to blame.
I'm gonna punch you in the face, but it's opposite day. Oh no!
No, no!
I like trains.
Oh,
Oh, no, 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 no.
TV. Stop doing that.
Don't do
Wait.
what?
Which oh no is this? Oh no!
No idea.
Ooh, wait.
No idea.
God damn it. Better boots, but they're not my kind of boots. Fuck.
There's another hint.
Because
Hello, Sophie.
Hello. Hi guys.
Everyone's here! Babalos, Gimpy, Comfy, Sophie.
Man, I wish Erasmus was here.
Man, I wish Erasmus was here to see this magical turn of events.
Who's a good boy?
It's like the 4th time he's done that now.
You fucking love doing that, don't you, Sophie? You fucking love doing that.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
And another thing. Pounces on Matthew, gives him a big hug.
Ooh, what's this?
Don't you start moving in this chat.
Oh,
My
by the way,
chat, you can ooh all you want.
hey.
Beep.
Beep.
Hey, model! Model, relax!
This is why I have Fearless's voice volume turned down.
Same.
Model.
Jesus Christ! Who started that? Who started with the smoke alarm, please? Who started
Okay. Because
Who started it? Admit it.
I started it. I said beep first. Who's not pushing the cart? I want names!
Wait, now I know why I did that.
I am crying. I am crying. Hello.
Of course, Alexa, we make her laugh. As he is dying.
Now she is dead. Not big
Oh.
sus.
It's just, he legitimate roared into his microphone.
As you do.
He sounded like the freaking Indoraptor.
Red?
Here's a good Indoraptor.
What?
I think
No,
he's
he
mad
doesn't
now.
respond to
I'm
that
in the middle
one.
of something, in the middle of something, hang on.
I think he's a bit pissed.
I'm sorry.
I-
I heard Matthew go beep and I just had to go along with it.
because I need to pay.
I don't know lead.
I wish I could find that video.
Sorry,
Someone just booping their parrot's chest, and it just says "Wink" in
Alright, I'm
response.
back.
I need.
Welcome back.
Hang on.
I got tears running down my cheeks.
I'm a good Indoraptor!
Nah, that doesn't really roll off the tongue as well as.
But he tries anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
He tries anyway. My eyes are stinging. The tears, they burn.
I need to pay.
Knees weak, mom spaghetti.
Start that, Sophie.
No, I
Where the
did
fuck
not.
does that saying come from, and why is it apparently hilarious to every brain dead person?
Yeah, Dragon did that.
What?
Dragon
Knees weak, mom spaghetti?
Just mump spaghetti.
It's from an Eminem song. That's why.
Oh, rap. That's why.
You mean C-rap?
Well, they do make some nice, good music. It's not like what's
I
the name
needed
now?
that laugh. Oh my god.
Mexican web.
I'm sure you did, Sophie. I'm sure you did.
Oh, it's been a rough night at work. Rough in the sense there's no drama, but it's just hard. It's just there's 4 of us, so when 2 go on break, the other 2 are stuck in the kitchen, and we cannot leave the kitchen with just 2 people. And I still have to vacuum the dining room. And I'm just sitting here scratching at the table like I gotta clean.
Wait, he's literally spawning mustard gas. Excuse me?
Hmm?
Your excuse.
This
So-
man, this dragon makes mustard gas, and I have to kill it.
Mustard? What the fuck? Mustard gas?
Yes.
You do know what mustard gas is, right?
That's nasty stuff. That is.
Hey, no, I'm
Okay.
I was curious of where the Nazis got their mustard gas. They have a dragon.
Well, actually, it wasn't the Nazis. Because mustard gas was something that they used during World War One.
Yeah.
Wasn't it also like after World War One that it kind of got legalized to use?
Yeah, mostly just because of how nasty it was. Then again, the Germans also
Yeah.
also learnt firsthand on how bad it could be as well. Because sometimes they'd use it, and the gas would then, the wind would change direction, and the gas would just blow straight back into their own
Faces.
trenches.
Well, unlucky.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, gas masks back then were literally nothing more than just a pair of goggles and a bag.
Or even
They were
loin-
so primitive back then.
or even a
Well, guess
handkerchief
what,
wrapped around your
everyone?
face.
Guess what?
Yeah,
I've
literally
just
soaked in
got
your own
informed.
urine.
Everyone, I've just got informed it's actually pancake day for me.
Wait,
It's actually pancake day for me today.
wait, it's Pancake
Oh.
Day today?
I just remembered.
Oh.
I just remembered another bad pun. This is a TF2 bad pun.
Oh wait, newbie, you're in the UK as well. I forgot
Yes.
about that.
What is Pancake Day?
Oh, it's basically meant to be like a few days before Lent. It's kind of the idea that you're supposed to use up all these ingredients and things before like you fast and things, but we sort of do it as Pancake Day because it's just like, hey, we might as well just take this excuse to just pull some things out of the cupboard and make pancakes. It's basically just the British excuse for just let's go make pancakes, but not like the thick American pancakes. We're sort of talking like almost like crepes sort of pancakes.
Oh, those ones.
Yes.
Oh, that's
prefer-
right.
It's very
I
fat.
I prefer my big fat flapjacks. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Also, I just remembered a bad TF2 pun I said once. Can I say it? I'm probably gonna say it anyway, even if you
Yeah,
say no. But
Just
Say it.
Just say it anyway.
Okay. What did the sniper say to the spy when the spy failed to backstab him and was thrown by something?
What?
You're in so much trouble.
Thanks, I hate it.
Good.
I have no words to describe my displeasure and disdain, absolute
Ooh,
hatred of that joke.
a orthodox long kilt of casting. Don't mind if I do.
I'm a sucker for puns.
Guys,
What?
Hmm?
I'm about to say, I just took a look on Google. It's not named Pancake Day. They actually name something different.
Pancake day.
Stroll Tuesday.
Oh
The
yeah,
day
Shrove
actually is.
Tuesday. That's it. I thought it was
Yeah.
Lent, but I got that wrong.
My nose.
Hello there, Nikitia. I probably butchered that name, but I thought I'd say hello considering they said hello me instead of just oi or hi.
For some reason, over here in Denmark, there is a name of a with to English White Tuesday.
Pay my bills and
Probably because all that sweet white sugar you will put on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
I
wait,
got
wait,
I
wait.
got a
with milk, flour, egg. Okay, a lot of white fruit sauce. Okay,
I have a pun.
hit me.
All right.
No, she has a punch. She hasn't got a punch.
I got a pun.
Go ahead.
All right. What did the German say to his friend?
No idea.
Knock knock.
What?
I need somebody to say who's there.
Who's there?
Big ol' slap. Vive l'âge de questions.
That's a big boy.
Can you stop masturbating, dude?
Oh, fuck's sake, Sophie!
And now I've made him cry.
I do that one! I do that one!
Oh, and just to sort of show something off to people, this is the game that I plan to buy before before this evening, and also stream it as well.
Woo!
It's
Let's take a
loading,
peek.
mate, still loading.
I expect you to die. Yes!
Yeah, do not say.
I expect you to die. Hang on, is
Hey.
that a VR thing?
Yeah, it's a
That's
it's a
VR, isn't it?
VR escape the room puzzle game.
Hey, Matthew.
And you are going to die quite a lot. It's trial and error. Yes?
Whenever I get off work, do you want to try to continue our little session?
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be too late. Because I still got work tomorrow.
I want to continue our Sophie, I want to continue our little session as well.
After
It's
this
kinda
game,
difficult.
I'm going to make something to eat, and then I'll see what happens then.
It's difficult to go with the story when I'm the only one writing it. I like your input. I want to see your writing style.
Like I told you, I can't write.
Hey, you're not what's the name now? You're not the lexical like I am.
Dyslexic.
Well, I don't know why my brain just like failed, but yeah.
Also, I have another pun before I head back to work.
Oh god damn it. What is it this time?
What is a killer whale's favorite type of music?
Oh, never heard that one.
No
The
idea.
killer music.
Oh shit, that. I'm gonna have to go
An
find the key.
orchestra.
Ice.
Go back to work. Get back to work.
Wait,
I'll
what
get back
is
to work in 1 minute.
what is a camel's best friend?
Ooh, I never heard this one.
Body.
A humpback whale.
That is
You go back to playing
I don't know.
Warframe.
Oh,
I am playing Warframe. Also,
Keep
I hadn't
playing
said that
it.
anywhere. I made it up. I'm sure someone else has. Though.
Ooh, I got another one.
Bills
and
my
shut up and play the game.
I got another one.
Do it. Do it.
Oh god damn it, Sophie.
Why do geese and ducks not tell jokes while they're flying south for the winter?
No idea.
Ooh, no idea.
Because they quack up.
Fuck's sake, Sophie, god damn it. God damn it, Sophie!
I'm just waiting for the time when NoobMister literally kicks one of us out of the channel, just to tell us something, how bad our joke is, and then just add us back in and say no.
I can see you, he's actually like stressing out a bit. He's like, why am I here? Why am I here?
Sophie, just go back to work, alright?
I love you too.
Okay, bye.
Ow, God, what's this? What's happening?
Alright.
Help. Help.
Relax.
Calm down.
Oh god, that was
squeaked.
ace. That was absolutely priceless.
Alright.
I can see you.
Someone have microphone problems.
I
Get
think
it
it's
fixed.
Sophie.
I have to go.
Fuck's sake.
See ya.
Bye guys. I'll see you
Okay,
later.
see you later, Sophie.
Bye, Sophie.
Bye.
Oh, my
Quack, 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 quack.
God. Stop
Beep.
it! Go back to work, for God's sake! Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Oh, right, I just get everything because people don't care about loot. Yay.
And my
Guys, check you. On my end of the on my server, on the Discord server, a Dutch Angel Dragon has joined, and he's so cute. I mean, he's so goddamn cute.
Oh, hey, no, I think I asked this before, but when I get, if I actually get Sekris to try out this Mind Colonies thing, and if he decides to stream it more or anything, will you join in?
Maybe.
I got you to try a bit of Mind Colonies once before, didn't I?
Yeah, very briefly, but I was having trouble trying to get it to work because it kept breaking.
Breaking.
Oh yeah, by the way, Noob, on the topic of like the early game
Noob.
story in Final Fantasy being cheesy,
Mhm.
it gets better, trust me. Like once you finish The Realm Reborn, it gets really good. If whenever you actually do choose to get this game.
What game?
This game.
The one that he is currently the playings.
Okay. Oh yeah, Noop.
Mhm.
That message you sent me yesterday about what your things to play in this let's take a look. Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's a good game, yeah. You just need to. I would recommend you retry it a day before to see if it's working.
Yeah,
And see how
I've
to
already tried
work.
it out a couple of times, a few public games, but to be perfectly honest, it's one of those games where it's just like it's much better with friends because then you don't get those idiots who are like 14k up and are just like going all in on nearly every single hand.
For what game?
PokerStars VR.
Yeah.
This man just got covered in blood, excuse me.
He looks like he looks like that guy from Hyrule Warriors.
This man is
What was that
edgy as
game again,
fuck.
newbie?
Sorry? What?
What was that VR game again?
PokerStars VR.
Oh, PokerStars VR. Is it free or?
Yeah, it's
It's a
free.
free game. Yeah.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Ah!
You can't buy. You can't buy. What's the name now?
Water had my sound turned down.
You can buy stuff. You can buy like you can buy tokens and chips
You
for
could-
gambling with, but
Yeah, or you could just wait 8 hours time, like most people do.
yeah, just wait 8 hours, spin the thing in the middle, and just be like, yeah, I'll just take a load of money.
Yeah. It's much
money.
more easier.
Woo, money.
Tax guy.
Everyone!
So he
Play money!
Ooh, flashback time.
I'm still a little bit confused on what's actually going on with the whole Realm Reborn thing. Is it meant to be like your character's been sent back in time or something, or a group of adventurers got sent back in time because something didn't go as planned? I'm just going by based on what the opening cinematic tells you.
So I'm watching a documentary talking about this, but the thing is, this game got re-released. Like while they were patching Final Fantasy XIV when it came out in 2010, they were working on this game as well, because it was that much of a shit show.
Yeah, I
They
remember that.
They basically re-released the game.
So
And
that
so-
that whole bit there is just like saying, oh, that's sort of like a cataclysmic event that happened at the end of the old game, and
The old Final Fantasy 14, back when everything was a shit show.
mm-hmm. Because I think there was like an event that they held at the very end that I'm pretty sure I've seen a screenshot of that is literally just that big orb thing in the sky, and then the whole them trying to seal what I'm assuming is Bahamut.
Yep. And then Bahamut comes and fucks everyone's shit up.
Tax guy. So he.
Excuse me.
You are excused.
What is up, everybody? Dank Snake Paul here. Today I will be playing the newest game just released this week, Night Spirits 3. Just before we begin, I just want to remind everybody to tip me, okay? Because I need to pay my bills and my tax guy, so he can do.
Nidhogg get his eye back.
I'm really liking Baruch's melee animations.
He can do my taxes. And I also need to raise a large sum of money.
Also,
so
I love the
can
fact that
also
they
pay my
named one of the
taxes.
dragons that died in
I'm
this
gonna need
story
about
after the
16K,
fucking Norse
okay?
mythology squirrel, which jumps around.
Esquivel.
Ratatoshka.
Squirrel.
Have you never heard the name Ratatoshka?
Nope.
I think you butchered as a name.
So easy. What? I'm walking across
Oh, it's a little squirrel, like talking squirrel, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Ah,
like
yes.
Smite.
It
It's like
is.
Smite, isn't it?
Ah, yes, it is. I mean, it's from Smite, but it's also Smite is based around real mythology.
Yes.
Ah, yes, it is. Flavin de Photon. Photon.
So he
Also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Shay.
Yeah.
So
Have you played or seen Baruch, the Warframe I'm playing right now?
I have seen, I have not played.
Check out his melee animation for his distant hands.
It's kinda not possible since it's a bit laggy from my side.
It's mostly punches and kicks. The kick and punch animations are even better than the sparring weapons.
I mean, they better be since it's its own thing.
That came in a power cell blast.
Ugh. I've just had one of those moments where I've just sort of sat there and I've spaced out, and now I can't get my mind back into focus.
Oh, okay.
No, the titanium. Loop.
Why is this expansion so goddamn itchy?
Water.
Because it is.
It's funny that it's this edgy already, even though we have an expansion called Shadowbringers, where we choose to become the bringers of darkness. Can't wait.
tax guy, so
Speaking
he
of
can
darkness and whatnot, you know the game Bloodborne?
Yes.
Have you seen that fan-made orchestra song called The Pale Blood Moon?
I feel like I've heard the name before.
It is awesome. I'll link it just after this fight.
Okay.
I keep getting infested in this onslaught. I've gone through 4 zones in a row with just infested. In the sanctuary onslaught.
Bills and my
RNG is a bitch.
It's not RNG. It's all generated daily. So it's gonna be the same rhythm or wave each time. At least I believe so.
So he do. My tax guy, so he can do
May have indeed. What is it with French and you have to not say the first word, the first letter in the word?
No idea.
This is on social media. I don't know if you've seen it around.
What is
but
up,
it's
everybody?
kind of funny.
Dank Snake Paul here.
Posting it from
Today
my
I will be
phone.
playing the newest game, just released this week, Night Spirits 3. Just before we begin, I just want to remind everybody to
It's
tip
kind of
me,
funny.
okay? Because I need to pay my bills and my tax guy, so he can do my taxes.
That noise at the end. Jesus Christ.
Huh. Interesting.
Did you watch it, Newbie?
No, I'm busy focusing here, Frozen.
Okay. Alright.
Frozen?
Frozen?
Fearless.
Yeah, what?
Nothing, I said Frozen rather than Fearless. Again.
Oh. No. Why?
Said them before.
And yes, that has happened before a couple of times.
Sorry, I'm just looking at this Dutch's picture. It's so cute.
Taxes.
It's so cute.
Taxes.
That is fucking old video from YouTube.
Yeah, I know. It is epic though. It's still going around. Where's my mouse? Where's my cursor? Ah, oh yeah, found it.
Wait. Is that a Rasvelgar's eye?
I don't know.
What, are you talking about Final Fantasy stuff?
Yes.
Chances
like,
are it probably is.
Because like big story stuff is happening right now.
And I also my just and I also just before we begin,
Oh yeah, it's definitely a race Valgar. Red pandas on my shoulder.
No.
Does he do that on his own, or can you tell him to do that?
He does that on his own,
No. So cute.
and it's fucking adorable.
It's so cute.
also need to raise a large I also need to raise a
Ooh, wait. Use.
Listening to this recording, I realise I kind of dropped the voice a little bit during this bit. Because I'm, like, trying to do an accent, and I kind of dropped it a little bit while I was doing this bit.
And I also need to raise a
Glorious.
Until I'm victorious.
Wait, so how does these pants look, actually? I like it.
Oh, one of my friends now playing VR chat.
Splendid.
Yeah.
Splendid.
Whoever
Someone-
was yawning made me yawn.
I wasn't yawning, I was stretching and grunting.
Oh, it
You
made
should-
me yawn though. I thought you were yawning.
Wait, there's a quest called Hide Your Moggles? What? Or Moogles? It's Moogles.
Muggles.
Hide your Moogles.
Megas.
I don't know how I feel about Moogles, and Noob knows specifically why.
Nope.
Yes, because of that thing that Muggles said. And I was like,
Now you're yawning.
I saw that and I was just like, insert, okay, look here, you little shit meme.
For reference, so people can read
Lol.
this.
But you see, before any meeting with
Arrest-
Havreska could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Okay, look here, you little shit!
And also, it's Koopa. Also, I found out how flying works in this game. You basically unlock it pretty easily. It only takes like 3 hours to unlock.
Yeah, only 3 hours.
It's better than World of Warcraft, where it takes 2 weeks. And even then, you can't even do it because the expansion hasn't been fully released yet.
Not wrong.
Why do I have to play fucking hide and seek with Moogles to unlock flying this fucking game?
Because logic!
And I also need to raise a large.
On the bright side, by doing this, I can finally fly in this zone. Then I can fly around with my black chocobo.
Chocobo.
Specifically, it's the black one that can fly.
Batteries.
I also got a new mount. Let's see what this is.
I hope it's a dragon mount.
It's not a dragon mount. It's a mana
Crap.
cutter.
Hey, Shay.
Yes.
This is why I love Onslaught. Look at my Baruch level.
Beautiful. Ah, fucking finally. It is time to spread my wings, friend. For we shall fly. Fly.
Are you actually flying? Because the image is very pixelated.
Can try to stand still and see if it actually shows it.
No, it's too pixelated. Are you on the back of a Moogle?
I'm on the back of a chocobo.
Oh, right.
I'm on a boat!
But he's got such tiny wings! How he fly?
Yeah,
So I'd say-
how?
He's a strong boy.
Oh,
So I must
crap.
say, also,
I'm out of
River
form,
is on 1.1. Do you have a DLC called Royalty? Yeah, I know about that. The fuck River so much up. I cannot play this game anymore.
And I also need to raise a large sum of money.
Rickroll. Look in the chat.
Rimworld.
Yeah. Because of this new update, the game, you cannot play the game anymore. They keep saying they cannot connect to Steam. Which mean all my file and mod, all that stuff's not working anymore. And I'm pissed over that.
I would be pissed too.
Yeah. Do not get me wrong, it's a good game, all that, but if
It
if
broke.
if the game break like that, it's not fun to play anymore. Oh, heck, I'll be waiting till they get a fix.
It'll not break. It'll not.
It'll broke.
Who just snorted?
Your mom.
Shut up.
Well, that's not very
Fucking
nice.
shut up.
Shut up, just shut up, shut up.
Oh god, I fucking hate that song.
So do I.
Ah, yes, I too love hearing you say
I,
but in old draconic tongue.
Bugger and damn, I pressed on the wrong button. Sorry about that, guys.
I know I said I was gonna make something to eat, but I want to do one more mission now that I've fully leveled up my Baruch.
Some of money so I can.
Hey, Fearless.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! No!
He meeped. He didn't beep. Well, now he beeped.
Yo, Fearless, enough with the table banging. Seriously, calm down.
Yeah, well, relax, boy.
Stop doing it then. Don't you? Who just then?
That was Spirit.
Spirit. Fucking hell. What was that? I would do my noise in a minute, and you'll regret it. It's gonna be ear raped.
I can take my headset off.
Yeah, be afraid. Be
That
very
dragon is very, very horny.
Yes.
What? He's got like 2 sets of horns and like most of the back of his head is like horns.
Listen, don't fucking disrespect horns, alright? I have a fetish for horns, so you can fuck off.
What?
Okay,
I
that's
love
that
Of
was
course you do.
interesting information that I didn't
Listen.
really want to know.
Listen,
Hey, don't forget
I-
about
Reversing
don't
shit
forget
over.
about Horny from Dungeon Keeper.
listen, I love horns. I fucking love them.
Of course
It's
you
the
do,
here
Jay.
where I have to be a bit worried because my
a large sum of
Sona
money.
little
so
have
I
a
can-
big ass horn on his head.
Like, there's a reason that Tiefling is my favorite base race for, like, D&D to play as.
Jay's horny for horny.
Tiefling.
Speaking of which, when I told someone
Um,
that was actually the nickname of
So
the
I
Horn
can-
King Reaper, Horny, he was all freaking out, going like,
So
"What? Seriously?" And then when I met Bullfrog, kind of based, they're kind of Britishish, they're kind of in the, and then he immediately went, "Oh, that explains a lot." I like how he just stopped being surprised the millisecond British comes up.
When you can't understand something, it's British.
Oh, so you've... Oh, okay, so you can't understand something. Alright, so you're telling me that this is British right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna get handspring from my burrow because I'm sick of being knocked on my ass.
Wait, did he just say naked?
They're speaking old Draconic tongue, and what he actually said is, they bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Which is, just a normal thing you say.
Yeah, just a normal thing you say in Old Draconic.
I can also pay my taxes. So I can.
So this happens.
I can.
Just, giving your brother your eye so you can see again.
Someone streaming this game?
Oh,
That's
there
me.
he is.
Now all we can hear is dragoons.
Dragon roaring.
Meow.
That's a-
Yes.
That's a funny sounding dragon.
I mean, there is actually
Meow.
bats that say meow in this game.
So
There's that.
So I can also.
Oh my god, I underestimated how useful this Parazon mod is. Live wire. Constantly shock and electrify nearby enemies within 20 meters while So I just had a bunch of butchers trying to melee me, but then they go before they can even touch me.
Because they're stupid.
They're stupid.
Oh yeah, NoobMister. Have you worked on your new baseball model? So you
I downloaded it, but I haven't done anything with it yet.
For which model?
Best
Okay.
boy model. 'Cause rather than constantly having to take up favorite slots for that model, I just thought I am going to go and get a best boy model of my own.
yeah.
Mm.
Plus you can customize it as you want to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Can also pay my tax.
Hello.
Oh, I'm on fire. What did you do, buddy? I'm on fire.
I do
I
believe I am on
just-
fire.
I appear to have burst into flames.
You just come.
And I also need
Oh, I
to
forgot
run-
enemies
run-
suffer
run-
amnesia
run-
after this.
uh,
I put them all to sleep, waited around a quarter for them to come follow me, but then they just started doing patrols. And then I remembered, oh,
Hey,
right. They apparently get amnesia at the end of the lull ability.
Lol.
attack.
Yep, it's LUL.
Lul.
I also pay my tax.
And it's just so funny to hear the Lotus say it in the Buruk video.
How much do you want to bet that there's some form of behind the scenes where it's just like Rebecca laughing her ass off as she's saying lol?
Well, have you seen the video of her reading a lot of generated Kuvalich names?
Yes, yes I have, because I follow the person who sent out that video.
What?
And I was also the person who introduced you to said person, I think.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, and oh my goodness. Looking into some of the dev streams, like, who's the one that wear the bean a lot? Steve, was it?
I think.
Wait. Wasn't this one time where he was holding on the hate scythe and it was just posing like a statue next to the Excalibur Live statue for a while?
I think I know what you're on about. I just don't love what's his face, I don't remember his name, but the bald guy. Basically him being a dicklet for a while, just because of his like head sitting up in the very like bottom of the corner. And he was known as the dicklet of the dev team.
Oh my god! Hey, you know that melee when Baruch thrusts forward with one of his fists? I dodged rolled in the middle of that, and it kept the momentum, so I went from one side of the map to the other within milliseconds,
so I
and I
can
couldn't
also
get off
pay
the
my
wall because the
taxes.
momentum was still there
I'm gonna
for
need
3 seconds.
For 12 seconds.
And if you have it up right now, you can get it for 24.95.
And in response to David,
Man.
I get head pats.
Pat.
That's immediately made me start to think of pets, hyper pets, but
That sounds very suggestive.
that's the point. That's the idea. Oh.
I don't know if you said I, dear, on purpose, but if you did, thank you, just because of what's happening right now.
I had no intention of that being a reference to anything. That was just the way that I was saying it.
I.
Do you just make an eye joke to me?
That was unintentional.
Wow.
Unintentional, but not unacceptable.
I just can't wait until I get to put a fuck off gun on a sword.
What, you want to go, that gun thingy?
Gunbreaker,
Yes.
yes. The gun sword tank. I still love
Immediately gets the Final Fantasy VIII battle music stuck in his head.
it. I still love the fact that it's a tank out of everything.
I mean, I don't know. Was Squall actually considered to be a tank in Final Fantasy VIII?
And I also need.
I don't know. I've never played any of the other Final Fantasy games.
I'll be back. It's time for me to go and make something to eat.
Okay. I've played quite a bit of Final Fantasy VIII and a bit of 10 as well. But come to think of it, oh yeah, there's also a a DS game that I got as well, which was meant to be set after one of the mainline Final Fantasy games. I think it was 9. It was more sort of a
Tactics
so
game?
it wasn't tactics. It was more like an RTS thing. Can't remember what it was called. I think it was like Revenant Skies or something. Hang on, I need to go look this up. Final Fantasy DS.
Oh god, the choir music.
No, it's a prom day. It's a core.
What was it called? No, it wasn't Crystal Chronicles.
Choir music and the Pope.
Was it
Poop
Revenant
or the
Wings?
Pope?
Oh yeah, it was Revenant Wings, and it wasn't. It was Final Fantasy 12, not 9.
I'm on fire.
I almost finished that game, but I got stuck on the last mission.
Oh no, wait, sorry, he's not the Pope, he's the Archbishop. And he has a very majestic beard.
But nowhere near as good as that last guy, who was like
Yes.
80 to 90% beard.
Nothing beats the mighty beard of Ramu. Also, the guy on Secre's server we were talking about, it's sad that you don't get more baseline summons for Summoner. Like, at least if they did it as glamours, we would be happy, personally.
I'm still a little bit upset that they don't have Best Noodle Boy, i.e.
Oh, yeah.
Leviathan.
I don't know, we could try and start up an uproar and make it and ask them to make glamours so we can make Noodle Boy skin.
Noodle boy.
What happened in the chat at the moment? Let's see. Thomas will return.
Ah yes, look at all these pretty
Someone pet
princesses
you,
with their
Noob,
dresses.
Mr. Indo, mama, Indo.
Oh, there he is.
Haha, wink, wink, not.
Nudge, nudge, grin, grin, snap, snap, wink, wink, say no more.
Can we say all of that?
Ah yes, it is the token bad guy.
Jesus Christ.
He is a bad guy that is a oh, that's a good idea for a joke. A bad guy. I'm a token bad guy. I am a guy who just goes around throwing tokens at people.
Token. Token for you. Token for you. Token for everybody.
I did not. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the man's literally wearing black, gold, purple, and has a red mask, which looks like a vampire mask. Like,
Yeah, definitely token bad guy. Just looking at him.
and on top of that, it's also how the rest of his like actual group of people look like. The Asians, immortal beings that have found a way to not go into the ether, but go into a middle place, so that they don't fully die, so they are eternal.
Did he just say that, or was that you just explaining it?
Me explaining it, but
Oh.
also pointing out the edginess.
So basically, he's an undead vampire thingy.
Not undead, but more or less they found a way to be immortal.
Yeah, he's a necromancer.
No, he's not necromancer. They're using ether as a form to stay alive
Ooh,
forever.
I've heard doing that's not a good idea.
What a Eton.
Not Eton, ether.
Ether.
What is that?
It's raw energy, raw power. Like, if you can use ether to even summon an aspect of a god, as an example. And the more ether you give, the stronger said god will be. She is come. Yes.
Come.
I'm gonna need about 16k. fighting.
My god, I have been going how many frames on this thing? 848.
That's a lot of frames.
And most of it is just repeated, is just me just copy-pasting stuff. Because it's just like, well, he's just doing basic movements and hand gestures at the moment, so why keep reinventing the wheel every time I gotta do a movement? Just...
Newest game, just this week. Night Spirits 3.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yes, phone, I know I got a text message, I looked at it. But it's not but the work that they're doing in that specific area is outside my postcode. So it's not going to affect me.
They say the word peace as if they've never heard it.
Okay. I just want to remind.
I love Hotchafont. He's such an amazing guy. Hello, Hotchafont. You beautiful bastard. Glorious French spelling. Look at this name's spelling.
I cannot see.
I shall write it.
This look completely grey. Yeah, and a bit red at the one side.
Oops, notice the no RP thing. Not a... Nah, it's it's all right, David. It was. We can excuse you for a one-off thing, so.
Yeah.
You are excused.
What is this outfit?
Do not worry, we will not kill you for that.
And
Not
why is
this
it so
time.
fashionable?
Okay.
How far am I actually in the storyline?
Are you actually onto the new DLC stuff, or are you still...
Oh no, this is Heaven's Ward.
Oh right, so you're actually on that bit now. So you
I'm not
managed to
in,
do so you managed to do all the 100 quests.
Yes, I did. It only took like 3 days. But like the story actually becomes way better during those 100 quests, so it was actually fine. How far am I to this? He who would not be denied. So I'm missing 22 plus 15, 37? 37 quests. And then there's post Haven's Ward I need to do. And then I'll go to Stormblood. And then post Stormblood. Then the Crystal Tower. And then Shadowbringers.
God, that's kind of annoying that you have to do all that stuff in between when there are probably not going to be a lot of people doing that stuff anymore.
There is, surprisingly still.
Really?
Because even though if you're level, say 70, you can still do old dungeons and still get XP for it, so you're still gonna be able to find people who do the dungeons.
Goals like that.
Like, It's not even that, and at that point, if you don't even want to experience the storyline or you've already experienced it, you can, if you want to, buy a story skip. Apparently,
That's a bit dumb. Admittedly, it's one extreme to the other. It's having to do everything is kind of a bit excessive, but skipping it all at the same time is like, why?
personally, I like it because with World of Warcraft, when you're leveling, you're just doing random sections of expansions until you get to the next expansion, until you like get enough XP. So it didn't really have any continuity. Here, you're at least experiencing the story.
That's
Like
true.
you're gonna experience the story from level 1 to max level fully, instead of, oh, you're gonna do a bit of Burning Crusade. Oh, now you have to go to Mr. Pandaria. Oh, now you have to go to this one. Oh, now you have to go to this one. Like, at least here you actually get to experience the full story.
That's true. It's a similar thing with Guild Wars 2 in a way that admittedly, you can skip the story to get to the newer stuff, but it does help to play through all of the story.
I would assume so, since Guild Wars really likes its choices.
I was just about to ask, what did you think of the story progression of the personal story of your character in Guild Wars 2?
I mean, I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong.
You didn't have a reason.
I just don't remember what it was specifically that made me stop playing Guild Wars.
Maybe it's just because I got overly spoiled on Warframe, and I just felt a little bit blue-balled that no more awesome things were being added to my favorite class, the only class that I seem to do well at. Because the one that I love but can't play well is Warrior. That's because I want to do interrupts and whatnot, things that need to be well timed. But I'm on an American server. It's impossible for me to do it purposely. And minion build is not a meta.
And for me, I'm just not into the whole... I just want something that's a bit more structured. I mean, I like the whole sort of open world event thing, but the fact that you have to wait around for those to actually happen, and it is literally just face roll until the thing is dead, I'm just like, I want something with a bit more nuance, but I also don't really like the raiding in Guild Wars either. I think it's a bit elitist.
Yes, very. I tried it. I even looked up some builds, and when I tried to look up viable builds for necromancers, I barely found anything. I happen to be playing one of the most viable, and if there is a viable meta, there's only one or two.
That just saddens me even more because of the only one I played was Necromancer as well. I like my summons.
Yeah, and even then, when I did go with the build and try my best to at least be decent, half of the times when I tried to join someone, I get booted. Instantly. The only time I didn't is when they asked me, do I have another class character? I just left because I knew what they were going to be asking.
I tried joining with my engineer, and the funny thing was with this group, I was the one who started it. I was the one who actually started the raid group. But then after a while, a load of other people joined, and then I think it was like after about an hour or two, I got kicked from it, and I was just like, okay. So I contacted the person who kicked me. I was just like, why did you kick me? And he just went, oh, unoptimal build, and you didn't /GG. And I'm just like, okay, but this was my group. And then I found out that they blocked me, so I couldn't respond. I'm just like, oh, well, fuck you too then. I'm not going to bother with the raids.
Yep.
That's just sad.
I remember that. We were talking during that moment.
Kind of reminds me of when the good side of the game dips into the reasons of why it dipped away from the other meta. Like in Warframe recently with the whole railjack. Now that some people actually need to kind of try and work together, otherwise they get themselves killed. When I tried getting them to do that, they started arguing with me as if they were from Call of Duty or something. You know, they were throwing profanity, slurs,
yeah,
and whatnot.
you mentioned that. You
But
mentioned how one of them...
I do get
said to you,
Yeah.
"Oh, I hope you get the coronavirus." I'm like,
Yes.
dude, seriously?
Also, but thankfully, I do come across good randoms. I mean, the last random group I came across, they actually decided to listen to me after they got themselves killed a few times. And when they tried following exactly what I was doing, they were shocked at just how we didn't even need to leave the railjack to eliminate everything. And they loved the weapons I had. And yeah, they just loved it.
It just kind of saddens me because I've only had good experiences with Warframe's community whenever I've played it. Like I've ever actually never had like a bad experience.
Neither have I. I mean, one time I asked in chat, "Oh, I've got the stuff to make Oberon Prime. Should I craft it?" And everybody just immediately just contacted me. I even got people PMing me going, "Yes, if you've got a Prime, craft that, because they're generally better than the base ones." I'm like, "Oh, cool, okay."
No, people are helpful in Warframe. Like generally, people are really friendly. Generally, I say. Apparently not.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Technical problem.
Technical difficulties.
Anything is good. Why are your machine on fire? Anything is good.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Dude, are you not going to wash your bloody armor? You're just gonna keep parading fucking pure red armor with the fucking blood of your enemies.
Sounds like Rust Central right there.
But to make me look more deadlier.
Which is funny coming from someone who are basically medieval high-born fucking snooty ass people.
Yeah.
Ah yes, I do love the usage of the word heretic.
Every time I hear the word heretic, I may not like the word heretic. Because what is heretic?
I just remember like and
Depends on what you're going for.
I just remember like a small little thing from if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device where it's like, "You have sullied your hands with filthy parchment of heresy, guardsman. How do you plead? What?
Oh,
Too late, heretic. Die!" He shoots them. "You inspire your men with such foul smut, commissar? You heretic!" Gets killed. "You detestable mutants, fill your minds with such sin as these. Die, heretic!" Continues to gun him down. "Sister, I need your blood. Wait, you're a heretic!" Gets gunned down as well. And then from high orbit you see these people are just continuously killing each other. Maybe I should just lay an exterminatus on these people. Alright, fire! Smash this button. Planet dies. And then in the distance you can hear as the planet gets destroyed, "Fucking heretics!"
Jesus Christ. What's up with this Unity thing?
I just realized that sword is so fucking pretty. What the hell?
That's great.
What is?
His sword.
Oh my.
That is actually really fucking pretty.
Are you okay?
I can't tell if he's laughing or crying.
Sounds like he's dying.
I'm dying. It's so
Probably all
funny.
three.
Hey, how much you breathe?
Fuck in hell. That is so funny. Oh.
Come on.
Like, look at this man. His armor is completely covered in blood.
Wasn't that the guy that you were just fighting?
No, that's the guy that's an edgelord.
Oh, right, okay.
That's the guy who's an edgelord.
Wait, so that's the guy that you're fighting?
No,
He's very
he's just
edgy.
he's just an edgelord.
What is up, everybody? Dank Snake Paul here.
It's more or less just,
Today
you
I will
know,
be
the person
playing the
who
newest
drank the blood of a
game
dragon
just
so that
released
he
this
could
week,
become a dragon, so
Night
that he could kill
Spirits
dragons.
3.
You know, as you
Just
do.
before
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's interesting.
You kill dragons to become dragons so that you may kill dragons. So that you may make more become dragons so you may kill dragon.
Oh, that's a rabbit hole of itself.
I'm about 16K, okay? Yeah, 16K, okay?
Oh no.
Oh, hey, you're frozen.
Hello, Frozen.
Hello.
Hello. Don't mind, Phyllis just dying over here, apparently. Get off it. Come on. Sleep. Are you okay?
I'm watching the video again.
Mistake number 1.
I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop.
Then stop.
I can't. This is so funny, for fuck's sake.
That sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like a you.
I missed the part where that's my problem. I don't know whether he is crying, laughing, dying, or what.
I'm laughing, dying, laughing, dying.
All above.
Yes, all of the above.
I'm back.
Hello again.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh. Hello, Governor.
Oh, there he
Hello,
is.
Governor.
Yes.
11.
Oh, I forgot about the song. Also, you should be able to play this without fear. I mean, it's a fan-made song.
Which one?
The Bloodborne fan-made song. And let me see what it's called.
Tired.
Pale Blood Moon.
Yeah, probably still. And Frozen says, "Hi, Squeaky Dorito."
Hey, Frozen McDonald!
Okay then.
Yes.
What is up, everybody?
Let us
Dank
know.
Snake Paul here. Today I will be playing the newest game just released this week.
Okay, Noob,
Night.
let us not.
I probably better not play it. Hang on, I've got to mute everybody first, so you cannot hear anybody in the chat at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, I'll listen to it later.
Here, if you want to skip to at least one thing just to get the cool part, here, hold on. Because it starts soft before it rips up. Alright, skip 2 minutes in.
Oh, my and I need a
Alright,
me,
skip
so
2
can
minutes
also
in,
my.
and it gets cool.
I'm gonna need about 16K. Okay.
Where's this?
Right. Spline. Add spline curves.
What'd
What
you think,
is
dude?
up, everybody? Dank Snake Paul here. Today I will be playing the newest game just released this week, Night Spirits 3. Just before we begin, I just want to remind everybody to tip me, okay? Because I need to pay my bills and my tax guy so he can do my taxes. And I also need to raise a large sum of money so I can also pay my taxes. I'm gonna need about 16K, okay? What?
Saphira's male cousin? No, not the... No, this is a completely different thing. Although I just... Now that you mention it, same body colours. God damn it.
By the way, Noob, did you ever get to show off your big brainness down at your game store
No,
about the stack?
I haven't been down yet. In fact, as a matter of fact, I'm after considering the fact that this is the second time this month something bad has happened from me playing Magic the Gathering. I am banning myself from playing the game at the moment
That's fair.
because I'm just not having fun with it. I mean, I'll still buy the cards and make decks, but I just won't play with them yet.
You don't want to play with your deck?
Wait a minute. I think I.
Yeah, I know where you were going with that, and it wasn't funny.
I mean, who knows? Maybe one day you'll be able to draft.
I'll be right back.
One day.
Maybe, I doubt it. How many packs do you get in a draft? I can't remember.
3 packs. Everyone gets 3 packs. You take 1 card and then give the pack to the next person next to you, and then you continue this in a circle. And then when everyone is finished opening packs, you open a new one and then go in a different way. Like you go from left, then right, and then left again.
I'm guessing you get given the correct amount of land cards, right?
You either bring them or the store is supposed to have land cards ready.
Ah, right.
And you roughly want to use 16 to 17 lands.
Why that few? I thought the standard was 21 to 24, 25.
Well, yeah, that's because in draft you only get cards equal to 3 packs. So that would be
right.
you have 45 cards that you can like play with. And then you build your deck around those 45 cards and then add in some lands. So you have a 40-sized deck.
So you really need a deck builder's kit to bring along with you to have all the spare lands.
Or just like with time, build up your collection of lands.
Yes, I have not done that yet.
I'm an idiot. Can I tell you what I just did that was stupid?
What did you do that was so stupid that you need to tell us?
After I finished cooking my food and whatnot, emptied the bowl, no water in it and whatnot, and put it back on the stove. The stove was still running. I didn't turn it off.
Oh.
I thought I was smelling burnt metal.
Yeah,
so when I went to go put my dish in the sink, I noticed the pallet was still on. Oh, fuck. Went to turn it off. What was left inside of it is completely burned, blackened and everything. And yeah, I decided to quickly put some water in it.
Yeah, don't do that. I've made that mistake.
What, put water in it?
Yeah, put water in a pot while it's still hot.
A pot
You
while
know,
it's still
I
hot?
love that sound. It makes you feel like a blacksmith. Lol.
To answer your question, Lazarus, I'm basically doing my own DSP parody, but I'm using a snake.
Also, Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will continue.
What is up, everybody? Dank Snake Paul
Yeah, you were
here.
saying things about
Today I
hot
will be
pans, you
playing the
two.
newest game just released this week, Night
boiling
Spirits
hot
3.
pan in cold water.
Just before we
It makes you
begin,
feel like a
I
blacksmith.
just
It's so
And hi,
satisfying.
Julian.
Hello there,
want to
I'm back
remind
again.
everybody
Hello.
to tip me.
Oh, invited me.
Okay.
It's so satisfying.
Because I need to pay my
I wonder if
bills
they
and
send
my
out a Twink Slayer
tax
today.
guy so he
Just
can
dunk it
do
in
my
cold water.
taxes.
Oh my god, look
I
at my
also
screen
need
share. When there are so many
a large
events
sum of
happening in one
money,
node.
so I can also pay my taxes.
Ah, yes, my favorite.
I'm gonna need
I
about
too do
16K.
love options.
Okay.
Regular, Lich, Nightmare, Fusion.
Remember
Oh,
when
sorry,
you
Fisher.
weren't able to choose between all the types of missions? Those were
I
the
do.
days.
Someone wants to get over to me, so I've probably got to talk to some people you don't know about.
Okay. And according to apparently Matthew, yes, that is apparently what Lazarus's name is based off of.
Yep.
Because you mentioned the whole Lazarus project, he's just like, yep, that's the idea behind my profile's name.
Which Lazarus though, the Shepherd one, or are we talking DC?
Or are we talking the Bible?
Oh god.
Wait, there was a
Yeah.
Lazarus project in the Bible?
Wait,
No,
Bible?
there
That's
was.
where Lazarus came from.
Nani?
That's you do know about Lazarus, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not really. I'm not a Bible basher.
He's the person who died, but then Jesus chose to resurrect him, basically, and hence why the Lazarus's name is used for all these, project names and shit.
Right.
What?
Oh, I
I
see.
was blocking. The controller was dropping my
That's weird.
inputs. This game sucks, man.
I thought
come
Final
on!
Fantasy
I was hitting
wa-
her with my
were made so they would not use any
any
type of belief in that
I
game
did
or at all.
everything right. Wow.
Oh no, this is just like
This
in general
game
for
is
like many other things. I don't know if like
Congratulations,
there probably
game
are hints of
developers.
Bible
Bunch of lazy
references
bums.
in. I actually
Fuck
don't
you.
think there is
And I
that
mean
many
that.
in Final
Fuck
Fantasy simply
you.
because of the way
Oh my
Japan
god.
is.
I mean, of course, some of the first game do have a lot of that stuff in, but they got real quick removed after America do not want to buy any game that have any type of belief in those games. For some
yeah,
reason.
back when everything got bashed on because it was devil worship and all that good.
It still is today. It's just that most people are just like, yeah. You go back to your churches and continue reading your Bibles and
Remember
living in your
Dungeons
little bubble societies.
Game is
Remember
so
Dungeons and Dragons, the
bad.
good old days when
Whoever
it got
thought this
bashed
game
on
was
for
a
being
good
devil worship in
idea?
both
They
movies
were
and everything
so
else?
Wait, which one?
stupid.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Alright, fuck this piece of shit.
Oh.
I'm done. I'm not playing
That
this piece of
used
shit
that used to be
garbage game
bashed on
anymore.
because it was
Besides,
considered
contributions
devil
are
worship.
really low
Like
to
even
me.
to these
And remember,
days,
guys,
Oh fuck!
tipping
I got the stalker on
I
me.
know of a story which is you have a kid whose mother is very Christian, but she's also an anti-vaxxer to put on top of that.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but guess who the stalker is here to avenge? The sergeant. The easiest
And-
boss in the game.
And this kid used to hang out with like the person who wrote this post on I think it was on Reddit where I found it. Basically, he used to hang out with these people and play Dungeons and Dragons together, and this kid really did love Dungeons and Dragons. At one point, he became so sick that he had to go to the hospital. So, at the hospital, it was strangely enough also his birthday. And on his birthday, this person chose to give the kid the Player's Handbook, Volo's Guide to Monsters, and the Dungeon Master's
Dumbass thing to do.
and the Dungeon Master's
Stupid idiot.
handbook.
Yeah.
And what proceeds to happen is the mother comes in after the gift has been given, sees this, takes it, and starts going over to the nearest candle to try and burn it.
Whoa.
That is just.
Whoa.
That's when people are blinded by religion and belief.
What happens afterwards is, of course, the person who gave the gift to the kid gets really mad for obvious reasons, chooses to grab the books, gets into a discussion with her about why why she's doing this, and her being like it's Satan worship and all that shit, and her having an absolute hissy fit, ends up getting her to lose child custody because of like some actual doctors sees this happen.
Oh wow. Good.
And these are the cases where I wish that religion never happened, personally. That's just my opinion. Because
Well, some religions is all right, but there's
I'm not.
always some people who is completely fucked in the head, no matter
Well,
what.
the thing is, religion in itself isn't bad, but the
people
way
who-
It's the
That
people that
determine
follow
every
it that
movement.
are.
it's no, it's the fact that it gets used and abused. Like it's been shown in history that every single religion at some point has been abused to either start
Yeah.
war, gain power, gain money, whatever the
I
case may
believe
be.
the first source I heard this particular argument was from the old From Me the Squirrels when they was talking about video games, and I believe the phrase they used was, "But they're influencing our childs to commit violent acts." Well, so is the religious documents. Be it terrorism or right to lifers who kill doctors, a bunch of religious books have caused more violence in our society than any game, video, or violent music video or anything ever could. Combined, discussion over, move along is what.
And besides, video games don't make you violent. It's the competitive nature in video games that actually has an
Yeah,
effect on you.
that's what most people are point to when they're just like, "Oh, this is why video games cause violence." Even I'm sitting there going, "It's not the games themselves; it's the nature of them and the
It's
competitive drive that causes it."
like Adam
Yes.
Ruins Everything is like a series where you've got like it's based on comedy and all that, but it still uses real actual facts. And one of the cases where they show this one is like Adam Ruins video games, where you've got the father being like that his kid is playing Doom Free or whatever, and it's like this game will make you violent and stuff. Like it's more detailed, of course, but like they give an example of you also feel passionate when you're watching your football games, say as an example, and then they give a showcase of the father being very prideful of whatever his sports team, but also then like becoming really angry because of the way specific people act, or him getting into a fist fight with some other people, showing that it is indeed competitive nature. Like
Hmm.
even like even actual studies have shown that it's competitive nature.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back. I actually have some fun details about stuff like that.
Come on. Hey.
For around hunters, as soon as TV come out, people will say that they is devil's work and they will start rot your brain away. Before that, the newspaper. Before that, the book. Later, the book. People have done it in hundreds, if not thousands of years. Everything they knew is bad and
Everything
not
new is a
God.
bad influence because I don't understand it.
Exactly. That is the problem.
I mean, it was back when mobile/cell phones first came out. Everyone was just like, "Oh, the microwaves will cook your brains." It's just like, if that was true, they would not be allowed on the market.
Yeah, but again, remember some countries
actually kind of
literally
did.
sold radioactive waste to the public. I used it as normal house item, home item. This what's like 200 years ago? People died there.
Oh yeah, they thought putting uranium or something in certain food type was a good idea, and then wondered why people got cancer and died.
Yeah.
Wasn't there also a period where people actually put cocaine in specific like beverages and shit?
Yeah. Coca-Cola, exactly.
They really did buff the converted Kuvaliches. My Kuvalich is still with me. Oh, there he goes. But he saved me several times already. I got knocked down, he jumps in, and then just frost freezes
You know
all
what?
of them.
Fuck that. I do not know what the odds.
Hello, Tower.
Well, I'm sitting here crossing my legs, so I must go use the facilities, so you guys entertain the chat while I will be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay, buddy.
Entertainment! Are you not entertained? I don't know. I also love the fact that the red panda that I have around with me is called a lesser panda. As in a lesser elemental. Phyllis, are you okay, buddy?
Apparently not.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Oh god. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh, good, it's survival. This is gonna be fun.
I'm gonna stop watching that video. It's so hilarious.
By the way, what did you guys think of the song? The FAMA song for Bloodborne?
I really liked it. Like, I really love orchestral stuff like this.
I first came across it because an artist that I was friends with, haven't seen her for quite some time, she did a awesome animation of two feral dogs with swords and whatnot fighting with such demonic and awesome powers, and had their motions moving to the song.
Ooh. Ooh,
I'll let
wait.
you it later.
What is my girl wearing now? Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh. Wait, no. Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about Alexandra's look right now. She looks very regal, to put it bluntly. I don't know if you're able to actually see this.
Bullies, motherfucker.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright, what were you doing while I was gone?
Loot stuff.
Nothing.
Were you,
Nothing.
were you
Exploring
ooh-wooing?
No.
No,
I was
no.
I was simply posting porn in your Discord.
Of course.
I have absolutely no issues with that.
There you go.
Don't you stop. Who did that? Ah, bloody hell.
God, Baruch's feet is really strong. Because his heavy attacks, which is with his feet, are so fucking strong and awesome to look at. I come across a Nox that won't die to me bashing it, so I just
Damn, yeah,
press
guys.
the
It's
heavy
raining sometime.
attack, and he brings his foot down and it insta-kills it.
You know what I never understood? The appeal of half robes.
Half rogue?
Half robes. Like, as an
Like
example.
one to the side?
Yeah, like this one right here. Don't know if you can actually see it. If not, I'll send a
Usually
picture.
it's to hide something.
Can't really
there,
see it
obviously.
because fuzziness.
Oh,
I can
hey,
sort of
guys.
see what you mean, but...
My Kuvalich is here, and I've got all the things to kill him.
Always.
Here, check it out. I'm going after him now.
Explosions and stuff like that.
This is what Alexandra is wearing, ATM.
Ah, that kind of thing.
I'm getting him.
Oh, that's supposed to like the heights, or swords and all that.
But
I thought they were
she has
designed
her she has her magical weapon to the other side.
for book.
Yes. Book.
Book.
Ooh, wow.
My-
Okay, that's interesting.
My
I'm
book
ready to fight you with what?
my book
Ooh.
which has which does 54 damage with a 2.80 second delay for my smacking attack.
That's battle. Okay.
I've almost
Pull
got
out your
him.
weapon. Book.
I just love the fact that you can actually use your
I
book
got
to
him, guys!
auto attack. Nice.
Let's see the animation. Oh, it's on his chest, so it's just going to be the one from the brief that we saw. Also, my
Yeah,
Parazon
yeah.
isn't showing up. And I've got officially all of the Kuva weapons. Oh, wait, no, it's a different one. That was awesome.
Awesome sauce.
He said it. Well, fair's fair. Ooh. All right, sorry. It was just a special moment for me. I had to vocalize it. I'll shut up now.
But again, I still love the fact that you can just smack people with your book. Like, I can understand smacking people with a quarterstaff, but fucking book.
Do you want to hear about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Boosh! Buck!
Or as
Excuse
Twilight
me.
Sparkle says from the Cinemare series,
Bucks!
Excuse me. Jesus is a good friend of mine. You ignorant fool, bitch,
Wait.
motherfucker.
the people.
Bibble. I hit you with the bibble.
Biddle.
Of course, my fucking me and that's fucked up.
In that game, Smite was it called?
What about Smite?
Fucking shit. Ah.
Hold on.
I was blocked.
Oh god, I've got the melee glitch. Look.
Oh yeah, I know what you're on about.
Has anyone discovered an anti-bug to get rid of that? A trick?
I would not try tennoing.
Oh, that did work. Okay, good. Thank fucking goodness. All right, the question I was going to ask is,
What was the
how
melee
many
bug?
basically, it starts the melee animation for 1 millisecond and it cancels. And no matter what you do, you can't melee. You do a slam, you go for the slam, but the minute you hit the ground, you just stop. No splash, no sound, just
Oh,
stops.
right.
You're standing there.
I'm gonna head off now.
Okay.
Oh, somebody just needs to
Okay,
do it.
okay.
I
Bye
wanna
bye.
get some sleep.
Okie dokie.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, dude.
Oh.
Bye. Wait, so what was this about, Smite?
The question about both relating to religion and particularly Smite, is it true that there's no interpretation of Jesus Christ or God itself, and anything from that? But all these other different deities, sure, but no Jesus?
Well, one of the characters that was actually in there got changed because it was a Hindu goddess or something, and then everyone was just like, "Oh, you can't have her like that," so they ended up having to change her. And it's just like, yeah, but we were actually depicting her accurately to what she was actually in religion.
Oh, you're on about Kali and her very slutty outfit.
Yeah.
They actually did her. They depicted her like
As she
gross.
appears in the texts.
In the text. She actually appears full on naked.
She no. She is not completely naked. She did have yeah, sorry YouTube, but you done yet?
Yeah.
Good.
Stop chasing me.
I still can't melee.
Never mind.
Kill out. Stupid bad.
Sorry, Arrow, what was it that you were trying
Never
to
mind.
say?
Never mind.
No, I wish to hear what it is that you had to say, so say it.
Hello.
Well, I was just about to say, as she did have a human skull as a necklace around to cover her soft spots, to say the police.
Alright. But for all intents and purposes, she really was actually naked.
Oh,
Yeah.
you bloody chairs.
Also, in some depictions, you can have a cactuar as a pet. This guy's a cactuar.
What is it with your fascination with cactuars?
Cactuars are cute, and also just the way they run.
Well, you do know what he's saying. You are brave enough, anything can be used as a dildo. I think
fuck
he
off.
literally used that right did.
Fuck off! I might be a pervert, but I'm not that fucking deranged.
I'm sorry, dude.
Now I'm just sitting here thinking, cactuars are the dildos of the Final Fantasy universe.
Nope, I will book a flight to come over and smack your ass.
Oh, come
Cactuar
boy,
dildos.
come boy.
No! You will not defile these precious little beings. They are adorable little men.
Nope.
They should not be.
Now that has been said, it has been ingrained into my mind.
They shall
Cactuars
never...
are now the dildos of the Final Fantasy universe.
Well, according to that, then they would also be the dildos of Monster Hunter, since Final Fantasy is canon in Monster Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cannon.
Cactuars are basically dildos. Very, very spiky dildos. Only the brave may apply.
I mean, really.
I mean, have you seen what happens when you aggravate a
Yeah,
cactuar?
1,000 needles.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Imagine sticking it up and then smacking it, getting it aggravated so it starts wiggling. And then it starts shooting all those needles into your body.
Hey, for some people that might be a turn on.
Yeah. And
For some people that might be death.
The worst part is I do know I do actually know in female who actually would love to do that. That's the worst part.
Ugh. Fucking why?
I just believe that there's someone in the
male as well.
universe or somewhere in the world that's just basically is into something really fucked up.
Yeah,
Or-
basically, regardless of regardless of whatever you post on the internet, you can guarantee somebody somewhere is fapping to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I even came across someone who had a HUD in Second Life specifically to simulate or like keep track of the chances, the quote chances you've ended up with an STD.
Why?
Yeah. It was called the BioHUD. I don't know. Again, apparently, in the
dropping my
MOIs or whatnot, STDs.
Fucking.
See, this is where I wish I didn't know some things like this, but I know that this is not the ordinary.
Yeah, and again, there's even a HUD in FL for that. Well, not specifically, but it has that included. It's called the BioHUD. It's for diseases and whatnot, including radiation or whatnot. I say whatnot a lot. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Not. I need to get one of those buttons.
Not.
But yeah, the more I encounter people like that, the more I'm less surprised it's someone else. Well, interests, that is.
Nick, no.
And the more I realize that mine is quite vanilla.
Yes. That I would have to sadly agree with you on.
Still, though, it's always going to be my number one because of the sweetness or, like, what... The heartfelt thing about it at the end. I mean, I even linked you a comic that showed the aftermath and how adorable it was.
Yeah. Personally, at times I can see the appeal in it. Sometimes.
Yeah, even though I'm terrified of it in real life, I don't think I'm cut out to be a father.
I mean, yeah, obviously, like, people forget sometimes that it's fantasy, or, like, it's not real.
This is when I'm one of those cases of someone who has too much of a good grip on reality. And meanwhile, I'm struggling trying to figure out what kind of ephemera I want to put on my Grendel. Because I want to change it to something.
Well, now. Try to do something as some person does from up there to begin to talk to me. That's why I have to mute my microphone.
Controller is dropping my inputs.
Oh.
This game sucks,
Big
man.
wolf yawns.
Oh, come on! I was hitting her with my attacks. There was nothing I could do. I did everything
Oh
right.
shit! I forgot to link you guys the animation that my friend did
This
based off of
game
that
is
song.
terrible.
The Pale Blood Moon.
Congratulations, game developers.
Okay.
Bunch of lazy bums. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, by the
And
way,
I
Noob,
mean
on
that.
another
Fuck
topic,
you.
on the topic of like
my
having to do the
God.
entire story and all that stuff, the good thing is actually because of if you just started out the game, you get the Road to 70, where it increases your experience by 100%. So you're basically going to be like levels ahead. So the story is going to be more or less a breeze. So you can more or less relax when you do it. Except for whenever you're doing like, say, a dungeon, since they actually scale you down.
Oh my god!
But like, just to give an example.
What's up, boy?
My character is level 59, and the current main story quest is set to level 56. So you will be a bit ahead.
A little bit.
What's up, Matthew?
What? I was blocking.
I finally realized
The controller
why
was dropping.
she did finish it. Okay, my friend that I was talking about that did this little animation based off of it, it was a collaboration of other different animators basically making a music video of wolves based on with this song in mind. And she did one of the scenes. I'd love to link this to you guys now. In fact, I'm first going to link it, but I want to create a watch together for those that want to join me in the live watch. Because I haven't seen this before. And I'll let you know when hers comes up.
I'll set it after the video is done. Okay.
What? What video is done? Again, I'm creating a watch together for the video. If that's what you're talking about.
I'm watching it by myself, though.
Hello. I am in Watch Together.
And hell, the thumbnail for this video is one of her clips. So whenever you're ready, hit play.
Keep blocking. Controller is dropping my inputs. Inputs.
The artist that I'm friends with is Jade. So if her name pops up at the bottom right, that's hers. So I don't know if she's done other parts of this.
I recognize some of these artists, though.
Controller is dropping my inputs. This game.
Why did Jade not tell me about this?
Probably forgot. It's normal thing for a human to do.
So far, I haven't seen her name, so I think she only did just that one scene.
Ugh.
Yep, here's Jade.
No, stop it, Vine.
Dropping my input. This game
No, I'm not doing it like that.
sucks,
I'm not spelling that.
man.
My.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have there been any repeats, or is this how many goddamn artists were in on this?
Probably quite a few artists.
Okay, for a second, minus the red eyes, that to me looked like Hero. Come on, black coat, white mask.
Well, that was interesting.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, but for me it is. I'm watching it privately.
What?
Giant Homer. I'll create a giant toothless in Minecraft.
I was blocking. The controller was dropping my input. This game sucks, man. Man.
Oh, there's no credits. Let me just check the description, see if there's credits. How many artists were here? Holy shit. 38 artists. Wait, no. That's how many times they did it.
Sucks, man.
Okay, there's only just a repeat or two here, but yeah, most of this is... So, probably 36. Let's see. Did Jay do anything aside from that one scene?
What? I was blocking. The controller was dropping my input.
Oh, I
This
see.
game sucks,
Yeah.
man.
So then I'm not to do my job right now.
It's fine.
What? I was blocking.
What
The
did the
controller was...
Stop. Check now. Stop do that, yo.
What?
You two fix your shit.
Oh god damn it.
Expect what?
Damn it.
What?
Oh, I'm watching this Minecraft video. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I so did not expect that.
Tataro,
I so did not expect that.
just bloody run, Tataro, for fuck's sake.
I still don't understand why people say that name all the time. He's not even in real. He's not even a real god at all. He's not the son of a god.
My input. This game sucks.
Oh, what the fuck happened here? What the fuck happened here?
Well, I can't reform my Baruch anymore at the moment. I'm out of forma, and I'm still crafting more.
I love that this man is called the Beggarly Fellow.
SpongeBob!
And a filthy fellow as well. It is the Beckley fellow and the filthy fellow.
Sucks. Sucks, man. Man. Sucks, man.
I don't think
If you're sorry, you will have turn off your mic.
Or control it a bit.
Sucks, man.
Seriously, you hear it and all, but sometimes you just get way too loud and you don't stop.
Like I said, Frozen, keep it down.
He is not frozen.
Fearless. I'm concentrating on something else. Okay.
You don't have an excuse.
I was. What?
I'm animating. You don't have an excuse.
Well, let me see. I do have a alright excuse. Right now, I'm out in the heavy, cold snow area with a completely dead, big, dead city. Does look like I have a frost storm right now.
You get snow? You lucky. Wait, hold up a second.
I was blocking. The controller was dropping my input.
I mean, it's so freaking cold. Even the airplane frozen in the sky. No, I'm not talking in real life, dude. I'm talking about a completely different world right now.
Lucky bastard. I only get sunshine and rain.
Okay.
Hey, I also want Snow Boy. I love that shit. I cannot get enough of that.
I want snow.
Cookie clicker.
And
Say cookie clicker.
oh come on! I was hit.
Cookies.
Okay, next time I see you on my next time I see you on VR chat, you have to have the Cookie Monster avatar.
What is up, everybody?
Oh, I
Great
got a
Snake Paul here.
You.
Today I will be playing the newest game
Speaking of
just
Cookie
released this
Monsters.
week, Night
Or
Spirits
whatnot. Just
3.
cookies in general. Have any
Just
of you
before
ever
we
seen
begin,
the game
I just
Cookie
want
Clitter?
to remind everybody to tip me.
Have you anyone see the game Cookie
Because
Clicker?
I
Yeah.
need to pay my bills and my tax
the-
guy so he can do my taxes.
The
I
grandma
also need to
hive
raise
mind
a
thing that
large
you
sum of
can
money
get.
so
It's
I can also pay my
freaky.
taxes.
It goes into horror
I'm
territory.
gonna need about 16K. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What?
I mean, it was already getting kind
blocking.
of dark
The controller
when
was dropping my
you notice the
inputs.
little flavor text that come here
Sucks, man.
now and then. Like one mentioned that
Oh.
Investigators are still searching into the weird abductions of people's grandmothers.
Oh shit. Sorry about that.
Well, I've done quite a bit. I managed to get about 46.5 seconds worth of animating done.
Yeah.
And when you have the hive mind upgrade, all those things turn into basically just hive mind talk, like all hail the grandmothers must make cookies. We all worship cookies. You know, words like that just start going in the newscast now.
Well, anyway, I'm going to end the stream there because we have now hit 12 o'clock and I'm getting tired of animating now. So I also need to go and get some lunch because I am hungry. I need some sustenance.
He also needs to get on his VR to do some
Oh, wait,
tests.
that reminds me. Speaking of hungry and that accent you were doing, have you seen Giant Citizen Kabuto?
No.
It's a good game, and it's got some legendary actors in it. Like, for example, the guy that I believe voices Scrooge McDuck. I believe he voices it too. But anyway, and I think he voiced the very character. You gotta just look up the cutscenes. It is a funny, charming game.
Okay then.
I mean,
What the fuck?
It starts with you as the it got a good music score, but you start off as these things called mechs, which are actually just basically it looks like they're slug people inside a badass suit. Because when you look at their face, it just looks like a worm or a snake or something. It just looks like whatever's in there looks like it has no bones. But they have a very thick British accent, and they're so goddamn funny because closer, okay? Alright, see you then, birds. No, wait, don't shut the hatch, I need my jetpack. What? Shut the hatch? Okay. No, wait! His fingers get jammed, and all you hear is just like elevator music inside the ship, and then all of a sudden... Oh, sorry about that. There's a wait there. Opens the hatch, he goes flying. Ah! Lands on the ground and brings up his fist. You bitter bastard! And he plants a British flag.
Okay, and on that bombshell.
Hold on! The British national anthem plays, and then some sort of alien bird comes by and just takes it off screen.
What? My lunch?
Now I'm done.
Okay, are you done? Are you finished?
Yes,
Can I
I'm
end the
done.
stream?
I just said I'm done.
Okay, good. Because I want to go
I
get my
would love
lunch
to
'cause I'm
see
hungry.
that.
Anyway, folks, thank you everybody for watching. I will see you later because evening stream and you... Yeah, stuff. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye. Love you.
Later, model.